Hey everybody, this is Dark Storm Comic Reviews here with a review on Chapel issue 1. And so yeah, here's the look. Pretty cool looking, pretty awesome looking cover. It's got a bunch of these weapons and stuff. Really cool. This is actually drawn by Rob Liefeld, the guy who drew Deadpool, so that's cool. Really, really cool cover. I like all the weapons and stuff. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, this cover was drawn by Rob Liefeld, so that's pretty cool. And so yeah, we start off, and Chapel, by the way, if you don't know who this character is, he's from a book called Youngblood, which was created by Image Comics and was created by Rob Liefeld. It's a team superhero book like the Avengers, and that's where this guy, Chapel, comes from. But anyways, before I start the book, also I want to say that if you're 12 or younger, you probably shouldn't be reading this book because this book gets meant for 18 years and older. It's a pretty violent book. I wouldn't recommend children younger than 18 reading this, so you've been warned about that. But anyway, the story begins, and Chapel is just laying down. He's kind of thinking about his past. He's like, I've been in one team, I've been in young blood, now I've been kicked to another team, Night Strike, and now I've been kicked to another team here and there, and now I'm just kind of in the dumps. And he's kind of thinking back to his past, and just kind of thinking about the old days of when he was on his team unit. We flash back to the past, and we're here with Chapel and his team. Chapel's the guy with the skull. Chapel, yeah, that's how you say his name. We get all the team members. We got Roger Dickinson, Kevin O'Brien, Billy Zane, Jeff Jackson, and Brad Smits. Yeah, Smits. And see if there's anybody else. Jet Li. And then we got. So essentially, these are all like a unit. They're like an army unit, and Chapel's the leader. And they're getting ready to go do some stuff, take down a guy. And Chapel kind of explains what's going on. He's like, Washington needs us to go take down this guy, Colonel Black. He was Colonel Black was like he apparently was like a really good leader at one point. He helped to try to bring democracy to Nicaragua, but he got into some voodoo stuff, some voodoo gangs, and all that dark magic and stuff, the dark satanic magic. That's what Colonel Black guy up here. He got mixed with the dark satanic voodoo magic. So Chapel's like, okay, we got to take him down. He's kind of a threat to our U.S. government, so we got to take him down and destroy him. So then he's like, yeah. So that's basically the plot of the story. It's very simple. It's very fun. Not really complex. So they're getting ready to go take the fight. Getting geared up and ready to go. They're happy to be back in action because his team hasn't really seen action for a while. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I really like the art here. Very detailed artwork. I like the eyes here. So they get going. They start going into the woods and stuff, and they start they're trying to take down these guys. See, we get this really cool scene of Chapel just beating the crap. Oh, I love the detail on this. Look at this. Look at the detail. His veins and everything, and his skull face. I wish I had this kind of drawing ability. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we get the scene where he just smashes this guy right here. It's very gory, very bloody. You can see this eye flying off. It's pretty cool. You're the scrunch. Sorry about that. Hear the scrunch sound. It's pretty cool. And then we get the scene right here, and he's trying to drag the body away. So he disappears, and these guys are here, and he does like a bear hug on this guy, and he just like rips him apart. It's pretty cool. And then he stabs this dude, and it's very cool, very violent. It's very, very cool, though. And so yeah, he's like, we're gonna come after you and we're gonna destroy you guys. And so yeah, and so they alert the other guys, the Nicaraguans, I think. Sorry, I know I'm pronouncing their name wrong, but yeah. He lets them know he's here, and they get into like this pretty violent fight, which is pretty cool. Starts taking them out. Yeah, and so you see the team, and they're taking them out. Which one? Yeah, this is Jet Li. He kicks the gun in the air, shoots that guy. It's pretty cool. One of the other guys throws a gun into this dude, and it kind of impales him. And then it's funny because, okay, so the guy throws the gun at the guy and it impales him, but then he takes the gun out of the guy's body and uses that same sword attached to the gun to slice the dude's head off. And it's really, really cool. I mean, it's bloody and violent, but, it's still really cool, though. So you see this pretty cool scene. And, and then the guy ducks out of the way. Bullets are being fired. He ducks and the bullets are being fired, and he ends up. So this guy ducks and the guys end up shooting each other. It's pretty cool. And so then Jeff was like, "Yeah, my guys are doing well. They're taking out all the bad guys. We're doing really well." But this really kind of gory scene of all these bodies here, just dead bodies and stuff. Pretty gruesome, but pretty cool. You get the scene with Chapel here. Next page, we get some. They're still going through the forest. Chapel's talking about how much he hates the rain. And then while he's searching through all the dead bodies and bloody bodies and stuff, he finds out that there's someone lying there. And apparently this guy's supposed to be dead, but then he starts talking like he's alive again. It's kind of like a creepy scene, but it's kind of cool. He's like, "So they sent you in, Stinson." Funny, I would have thought they at least sent someone with a little class. By the way, Chapel's real name is Bruce Stinson. That's his actual name. So yeah, that part was a little creepy. He's talking even though the dead guy's talking. And so Chapel's wondering, hey, maybe it's that voodoo, like dark magic type of stuff that's making him do this. So he's thinking that's what it could be, is the voodoo, dark magic, that satanic magic. Which is, yeah. But anyway, so he goes, just walking around. They pick up some weapons from the dead bodies. So this guy, Billy grabs, a knife. Rogers gets like a rocket launcher, and I think Chapel gets like an automatic weapon, machine gun type thing. And Chapel was just hanging out, and they're getting ready to get they're trying to track down again Colonel Black, who's in league with like the voodoo worshippers. So they go in, creaking through the forest. They find a little village right here. It's pretty cool. So they find a little village, and they decide to, because that's where the Nicaraguans, the voodoo guys are. That's where the voodoo guys are located, the Nicaraguans. And they decide to blow it up. It's a really cool shot here. You see the smoke coming out of the rocket launcher. That's really cool. See those muscles? It's pretty freaking sweet. Detail on that. Pretty cool scene. Yeah, and we just get more action. They're just taking down the bad guys, just taking them out. Gigantic gun. It's pretty awesome. Pretty sick. And yeah, so anyways, they're taking more guys down. One guy throws like a smoke, or one of the teammates, Jeff, he throws a smoke bomb at one of the guys, it explodes. And they're killing more people basically. It's just a lot of good action. So it's pretty cool. More people die. Fire. There's a fire right here, and it kind of leads to this like a gun shed, and the gun shed ends up exploding. It's a really cool explosion, because explosions are really cool. And it's a really cool scene. So yeah, they're all just standing there, It's like we took care of what we needed to. We beat those guys, but then we find out there's like this boat coming, and I think they're supposed to be like, it's a boat set up with like explosives, and they're trying to like suicide bomb them. So they're basically killing themselves, but also they want to kill the team. But it really doesn't work. Boat strapped with dynamite. Dynamite's gonna explode. And they try to take them out, but they end up failing. And then we get this scene with more of the dead bodies. I think it's the dead bodies of the guys in the boat. It's pretty gruesome, pretty nasty. Walking through the water and the mud and stuff. All of a sudden they're like something slinking around. We don't know what it is. It's slinking around our legs. And then the thing that's, slinking in the water, the thing is slinking in the water, and it ends up getting Chapel and taking him down. They're like, oh, we gotta get him out, this isn't good. And, come to find out, we get this really cool splash page. Flip it over. Look at this guy, it's really, really cool. Coolest image in the book. And yeah, this is where the book ends. It ends with Chapel. He's holding the snake, and the snake comes up, and he's talking about how, we didn't expect this, but, him and his team obviously find a way to take it down because they've taken so many people down already. So, and yeah, that's the end of Chapel issue 1. This is okay. So this series is basically like a 2-issue series. So this is the first issue. There's a second issue. That's basically it. It's just kind of like a short story talking about Chapel in his past, about how he used to be an army leader, military leader, and he had a team. They just took down certain targets. Chapel again, and I'll show my other video where he comes from. Chapel's from a team called Youngblood, which was created by Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld would go on to create Deadpool, but before he created Deadpool, I think maybe he created Deadpool before this, but anyways, Rob Liefeld created Deadpool, but he also created a team called Youngblood, and Chapel was one of the team members. Chapel also was the guy in the Spawn comic books who killed Spawn, killed Al Simmons. If there's anybody who keeps up with Spawn, that Chapel ended up killing Al Simmons, which ended up making him Spawn. So yeah, he plays a pretty big role in Spawn. So yeah, I like the series. I like Chapel. What drew me to him is that he looks really cool. I like his skull face look. I like the painted skull on his face. It's really cool. The weapons he uses and stuff. He's really, really cool looking character. Him and Die Hard are my favorite Youngblood characters. They just look really cool. But yeah, this story's pretty good. It's very simple. There's not like a lot of character that goes to it. It's just a very simple story, which is completely fine with me. It's very simple and straightforward. It's kind of how I like my stories. So, but yeah, this has been yeah, so I want to talk more about it too. It has really good art. I like the artwork. The art is very detailed. It's not the best. It's not, it's so the art is very detailed. Like I like this look right here. The guy's like squinting up and stuff, and squinting a bit. He's put them just like this, and it is very detailed. But I don't know, like the action sequences in the book. I think the action sequences are okay. They're not like the best I've seen. Like where is it? So I can give a little bit of criticism before in the book. Like this right here, it's all right, but it's not like the best, right? Like action sequences are okay. I like this part where he's like cutting off his head. That part's awesome, but this scene, like I don't know, like he kicks the gun out and shoots him, and he throws the gun and impales this dude. It's alright, but it didn't really seem to like gel together well. Like he just throws the gun and impales him, and then he takes the gun. I don't know, like it's. I'm trying to find a way to explain it. Like they're okay fight scenes, but they're not the best. I guess you could say one of the best fight scenes I've seen. But again, there's not a lot of story. There's not a lot of character to it. But I'm not gonna knock it for that. I love straightforward stories like this, where it's just action and a lot of blood stuff. Like because I keep comparing this to like Team Seven. I think Team Seven is definitely a better book. It has better writing. It has better action. But this is a good book too. So I like the art. I like Chapel. And Chapel's pretty cool. The action in it's alright. It's not the best, but it's still fun. Like I like this scene right here. But yeah, overall it's a good book. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. I do enjoy it. So, but yeah, this has been Chapel issue 1. I'll review issue 2 pretty soon. This has been Darkstorm Comics Review signing off.